The Celestial Map Creator's Portfolio, a comprehensive spreadsheet-based toolkit for advanced astrological cartography designed to accompany the 8-module faculty curriculum. All data are astronomically derived, fully referencing JPL Horizon, Simbad, and standard catalogs. Each section is presented as a modifiable data table, cycle graph, or mapping template. Ladies and gentlemen, I am presenting this to you. It's me, Piscean X05, with peace and love. Before I get started, I'd appreciate if you subscribe, like, comment, and share if you dare and care. All right, now we're going to get started. So we're going to begin with the fixed stars and constellation points. This is a master table. For epoch J2026.0, unless noted, longitude is tropical. Fagan, Allen, Ionam's a neutral here, but it is adjustable. Orb for conjunction is magnitude dependent, and Paran orb is lesser than 2 degrees in altitude azimuth. So we see here our star name, our constellation, longitude, latitude, magnitude, spectral class, as well as conjunction orb, Paran criteria, hemisphere, as well as our phase event, date 2026, helical rise set, DC, and we're looking at our key phrase. So this seems like a lot here, and it is quite a lot. But we're branching out from astrology to astronomy here, all right? There are some astrological factors in this, but it's not all astrology. So our first star here is Res Alheg Ophiuchus. We see it's 22 degrees 28, and it's correlated with the sign Sagittarius, adding 35 degrees 51, 2.08, 853, 0 degrees 52, Paran with ascendant, helical rise visible at 30 degrees north, HR June 5th, adding 12 degrees 34, healer's wisdom, serpent power. So what did I do there? Well, I went over the star name, went over the constellation, I went over the longitude, went over the latitude. Oops, I actually meant to say that these are the longitudes and latitudes, 35, 51, and 2.08. Okay, and so mag is 853, spectral class is 0 degrees 52, conjunct orb, Paran with ascendant, and that's the Paran criteria as well. So hopefully we don't get too confused here. And then I go on to Sebelray, Yed Prior, Sabek, Antares, Aldebaran, Regulus, Fomalhaut, Sirius, Algol. And then an Ophiuchus note is the constellation boundary crosses the ecliptic from 241 degrees to 262 degrees, approximately 1 degrees Sagittarius to 22 degrees Capricorn. Stars of Ophiuchus are treated as fixed stars, not a zodiac sign. Okay. So I will just go over the basics of these stars, though, to help you understand. So Sebelray, also known as Ophiuchus, is known to be correlated with Sagittarius. And it's shepherd of the healing path, cosmical setting with the midheaven. So these are just the main things we should know about these stars. So Yed Prior Ophiuchus is 3 degrees 52 Capricorn. A chronicle rising, left hand holding the serpent. Sabek Ophiuchus is associated with 24 degrees 35 Sag. It's helical setting and dual nature of venom and cure. And Aries is associated with 9 degrees 46 Sagittarius, also known as Scorpius, and Paran with the midheaven curving up, rival of Mars, heart of the Scorpion. All right, Aldebaran is associated with Taurus and Gemini, 9 degrees 47 specifically. Helical set with the Sun, watcher of the East, eye of the Bull. Regulus is known to be associated with 29 degrees 50 of the zodiac sign Leo, Paran with the ascendant, rising before Sun, Heart of the Lion, Kingly Courage. We see Fomalhaut, Pisces Austrinus associated with 3 degrees 52 Pisces. Helical rising all latitudes, Watcher of the South, Gate of Dreams. And Sirius, also known as Canis Major, known to be 14 degrees 05 Cancer. Helical rising at Giza, Scorching Brilliance, the Dog Star. Algol, or Perseus, 26 degrees 10 Taurus. Piran with IC, malign intensity. And the Demon's Head, or the head of Medusa. Alright? Moving on to the planetary moon's ephemeris generator. Reference data for plotting select planetary satellites. Positions for 0 hours UT 2026, April 15th. So reference data for plotting select planetary satellites. So that looks like adding the planet, moon, orbital period, semi-major axes. So our orbital period is D, semi-major axis KM, eccentricity J2026.0, mean April 15th, 2026, synodic period D, interpretive charge. So we see Jupiter, for example, Io 1.769, 421,800, 0.0041, 163.2 degrees, 245.7 degrees, 1.77, urgency, geyser eruption signal. So we have our planet, our moon. We also have our orbital period. We also have our semi-major axes, as well as our eccentricity, our mean. We have our date there, that's April 15th, so we'll just say 4/15/26. And then our synodic period, and then we have our interpretive charge. All right. And then moving on all the way forward down, we see Jupiter and Europa in the data. Ultimately, hidden potential, ocean under ice. Jupiter, Ganymede, mediation, colossal containment. Jupiter, Callisto, ancient record, slow detachment. Saturn, Titan, atmosphere, methane, dreams. Saturn, Enceladus, outpour, inner ocean jets. Vital, veiled. All right. Uranus, Titania, regal, moonship, eccentric fixity. Neptune, Triton, captured exile, retrovision. Pluto, Charon, binary fusion, symbiotic bond. So usage here is to add moon longitude to chart as hypothetical points. Orbits for moon planet conjunction 0 degrees 10 through 0 degrees 20 to other points 0 degrees 30. All right, now we're going on to our lunar nodes and eclipse cycle spreadsheet, true node data, and Cero series timeline. So we have our date, true node long, our node phase, our eclipse type, our Cero series, our duration, minute, visible region, and nodal return age. All right. So for example, we see the date, March 3rd, 2026. The TNL, true node long, is 29 degrees 56 Pisces. The node phase is north node Rahu, 0 degrees Aries. The eclipse type is lunar penumbral. The Cero series is 114. The duration minute is 127. Visible region, nodal return age, we don't know, but we do know the visible region is Americas. All right. And we continue through Ceros, but we will go over these ones like March 20th, 2026, we see 29 degrees 18 Pisces, equinox, solar annular, 128, 3 minutes, 18 seconds, South America, Africa. August 28th, 2026, 26 degrees 08 Aquarius North Node in Aquarius, lunar partial 119, 198, Asia, Australia. We see September 11th, 2026, 24 degrees 30 Aquarius, solar total 133, 2 minutes 36 seconds, South America, Antarctica. And February 20th, 2027, 20 degrees 44 Capricorn North Node in Capricorn, lunar penumbral, Americas and Europe. And our cycle graph here shows a nodal cycle from 2026 through 2045, 18.6 years. So the North Node longitude shows 25 degrees Aries, and it goes on and on and on and on, all the way to 0 degrees Libra. So the start of 2026, 0 degrees Aries, peak is 2035, 0 degrees Leo, the North Node max, North decline. So end of 2045, 29 degrees Pisces. Eclipse seasons occur when Sun conjuncts nodes, adding, subtracting 18.5 days. Onto our aspect and orb master grid spreadsheet format. Whitey-based orb assignment adapted from Lily and harmonic tuning, all orbs in degrees. We're going to go over planet point, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, node, asteroid, and fixed star. So, there's a lot of math involved. But our aspect-based matifier, trine sextile adding 20% tolerance, square opposition adding subtracting 0, conjunction-based orb, quincunx negative 30%. Harmonic orb formula, base orb equals 8 degrees, dividing harmonic numbers. So for example, quintile H equals 5, 1.6 degrees, biquintile 1.6 degrees, septile 1.14 degrees. Apply planet weighted moiety as above. Our graph here is orb decay function. We see our influence is 100%, and 0% we add, and we get deviation from the exact 0 degrees orb limit. Alright, asteroid and centaur orbital elements and ephemerides. So for epoch J 2026.0, using JPL Keplerian elements, longitude given for 2026, January 1st specifically. We have our object type AU, E, I, degrees, period, year, January 1st of 2026, synodic period D, key dates, opposition of 2026. So we see Ceres, Pallas, Juno, Vesta, Chiron, Aries, and Sedna. We see that these are mainly asteroids, except for Chiron being a centaur, Aries being a dwarf planet, and Sedna being a TNO. So Pallas is known to be 225.7 degrees Scorpio, while Ceres, the dwarf planet, is known to be 157.3 degrees of Virgo. We see Juno, 91.2 degrees Cancer, Vesta, 335.4 degrees of Pisces, my bad. Chiron is 13.7 degrees Aries, and these are specifically what we need to know in regards to these asteroids. As well as Aries, 23.5 degrees Aries, Sedna, 27.9 degrees Taurus. And so our orbital graph text shows Chiron orbit eccentricity path. We have the Sun here, clearly, and aphelion 2021 to perihelion 2046. We see 0 degrees Aries, and perihelion is also Aries. Alright, constellation boundary map, the Ophiuchus crossing. IAU boundaries intersecting the ecliptic, true longitudes, J 2000.0, pre-adjusted to 2026. So interval, tropical, constellation, entry star point, exit star point. So these are some examples here, and we say map, the ecliptic slice is 18 degrees of Ophiuchus and 2 segments, but the sign boundaries remain 12 equal 30-degree sections. Students plot fixed stars as per section 1. So 24 excuse me, I keep on not pronouncing numbers right. 241.2 degrees, and we have negative 247.5 degrees. We have 1.2 degrees Sag, subtracting 7.5 degrees Sag. We are talking about OPHs here. 0 OPH and OPH. Alright? And then we go on to Antares, as well as Pipe Nebula, Ras Al Hagg Border, and Sagittarius XSGR, the galactic center. So our synthesis blank chart layer template, a multi-layer mapping structure for digital or manual entry. We should have a zodiac wheel, house cusps, planets, classical and outer, fixed stars, conjunctions within orb, planetary moons, asteroids and centaurs, lunar nodes and Lilith, aspect grid, weighted orb, Pirans, and declination parallels. And spreadsheet cell logic for orb weighting. As well as our cycle graphs and calendars, text visual, Venus synodic cycle, morning evening star for 2026 through 2028. Evening star east after sunset, max elongation east 46 degrees. That's January of 2026, March of 2027, inferior conjunction retro, May 2027, morning star west before sunrise, max elongation west 46 degrees. In August 2028, superior conjunction. Alright, B is star heliacal rise calendar for 2026, 30 degrees north. We see Sirius July 17th, August 2nd, May 3rd, Antares November 22nd, December 10th, Aldebaran June 1st, July 8th, Regulus August 23rd. Alright. And we have our outer planet synodic cycle bar chart for 2026 through 2035 here. We see Jupiter, which is 399 days. Synodic opposition in June of 2026, and so forth. And we see Saturn is 378 days, Uranus is 370, Neptune is 367, Pluto is 367, and lengths proportional to synodic period. All tables are designed to be transferred to a spreadsheet application like Excel or Google Sheets, where the astrologer can compute live positions, aspect grids, and cycle graphs using built-in formulae, or linking to JPL ephemeris data. This forms the core reference for the faculty and students in all 8 mapping modules. Thank you for watching this video. With peace and love, I appreciate you. Piscean out.